So the day that we got Jello, we did not expect to get a new dog. We actually were still recovering. About 3 weeks earlier, we had to put down our first dog that we had ever gotten. His name was Bentley, and he was very, very sick. And unfortunately, we had to put him down right before he turned a year old. So neither of us were really expecting to get another dog anytime soon. Neither of us were really emotionally ready for another dog. And then I stumbled across Jello, and I just fell in love. I could not live without him. So I begged him, and I begged and begged and begged to see if we could go look at him. I promised that we don't have to get him, I just want to go see him. And so we, one afternoon, drove to South City. I actually called in work, so I apologize to Sally Beauty Supply for that. But we drove out to South City to go check him out. We got to meet Jello, we got to meet his mom, and they were playing in this man's backyard. So we go back there, we are talking to his owner, we are just kind of checking out the scene, and then all of a sudden Jello crawls over Tim's foot and he got stuck, and Tim bent down to help him out, to scoot his little butt over his shoe, and it was at that moment that I just knew that Tim had fallen in love. We were leaving with this dog, and I knew it in my heart that it was, he was a perfect dog for us, and Tim had accepted it into his at that time. So we adopted him, we took him home and introduced him to the family, and he's just the greatest dog. He's been the best dog ever since.
So the day we got Macon, we actually were not in the market for a second dog at all, because one I thought was enough. But we were actually at the Petco in Kirkwood, and we were walking in, we were just looking for toys or a harness or insert non-committal dog item. And there was a rescue, it was River City Chihuahua. Rescue was actually packing up for their adoption event for the day, and all of the dogs, they had about 15 there, were all completely put away in their crates. Crates were on the carts ready to go, except for one. They were still loaded into the crate, and the crate was actually turned up on its side, and they were like fighting to get this dog to go in the crate. And I just saw the back half of him, and it was a long-haired dachshund, was very, very apparent, and I was like, ugh. I knew what was coming, so we went over, we talked to him, and they pulled him all the way out, and they let Courtney hold him, and that was pretty much the guarantee in that moment that that he was going to be coming home with us. It was pretty much instantaneous, knew what was going to happen. His name was actually already Macon. We did keep it because he actually already knew it. We did jumble around some different ideas. Kevin was the most popular name, but an unexpected surprise, I think. And I think it was really good for Jello to get the second dog. We had just moved into the hill, and we were both working more than we had been, so having a friend to play with all day was definitely a good thing, and I definitely think the decision to get Macon was a good one.